you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll work through the room. We'll go ahead with James. Start with you.
Hey, Porter, you got what you wanted tonight, it sounds like it, the energy and things like that. Talk about, what your vision was, and did you get it?
Absolutely. I thought it was everything I envisioned. I remember walking out and just looking up and seeing all the packed house and see the students and the energy. I say all the time, college basketball is one of the sports that students can impact the most because they're right on top of you. And so just been working a couple years to try to get this, to envision the students to having a ton of fun. I thought they had a ton of fun. I thought everyone at Oklahoma, the marketing, the facilities, maintenance, everybody did an awesome job getting this thing ready to go. And it was just electric in there. It was really loud. And I can't remember the home game where I was having to do hand signals at home. And so I just really appreciate the students coming out like that, and it was everything I would envision. And we got to stack it now. That was my message to them. Is like, let's do this over at the LNC now.
We'll go Ryan and Mason.
How important was just the guys being able to feed off that start, but also play with this without making a ton of mistakes, stuff like that?
Yeah, it was huge. I'll tell you what, I was really happy for the guys, and it was great to see this. Sometimes you get something like that, and guys start doing things they can't do. Next thing you know, they're all trying to do stuff. We had 26 assists. I thought we really shared it. Our spacing was outstanding. We were making one more extra passes. 26 assists is a lot. And in this atmosphere, sometimes guys can just start being selfish and going one-on-one. I didn't think we had any of it. I thought everybody was sharing it, passing it, getting each other shots. So I was really happy offensively that can go south on an atmosphere like this, on a night like that.
Porter, did it mean anything extra to you to hear them chanting the names?
For me, it's just the relationship I'm building with the students, that they know that, man, I come over and talk to them. I'm all over campus. And I just love college students in terms of just the excitement, the energy they bring to a college team. And no, they were great. It was funny behind the bench. I felt like I had another assistant coach telling me to sub, put in but put different things. And but it was fun. I think they had a blast. And I was, afterwards I just looked up at everywhere. They were up everywhere, and that the students made an impact. And I'm pleading with them, man. Let's go, Providence Tuesday. Let's hope they come out.
Barry?
Yeah, Porter, I know this is something you wanted to do, push for, all that. Where'd you get the idea? Had you seen it done somewhere else?
No,
Catch it in your head? Did somebody suggest it?
No, I went to a volleyball game. I went to a volleyball game my first year here, and I looked at Gar Hurts and Alvin Adams and things, and I'm like, man, this would be really cool. And I went right away to ask for it, and then it was just, we couldn't get it done last year. It was just a lot of semantics or whatever it is, and then I kept on pushing. But it was my first year here at a volleyball game, just going, man, this would be really cool for a basketball with the students to see how loud this thing could get.
The idea of just students, where'd that come from?
Just the sheer number of it. It was 3,000. I'm like, well, let's get the students in first, and just to see what that'll do. Just because I really want them to feel like, man, this can be fun coming to these games. This could be fun, and we're more athletic now. We've recruited, to more athletic and fast-paced team, and so it was just my first year at a volleyball game, and just kind of visualizing like what this thing could do.
And why bring in sort of the opposite, the old timers who played here 50 years ago?
That came on after, because I'm a historian. I really believe the past paves the way for the future. That's why I brought in Calvin's team, the 20th anniversary last year, to our golf outing. Brought all the players back, brought his coaches back. I just think I'm going to continue to do that. This isn't a rebuild. I said that many times. This is a storied program that I love. I'm proud to wear Oklahoma on the front of that shirt. And the people that played and wore that jersey before us paved the way for us to be here today. And so we had the idea of playing here, and then the idea came, hey, let's bring some of those guys back, and so they can have a memory of when they played in here. So they can visualize back when they played in here and have memories and talk with each other. We had 25 former players here, and I think that's really cool for them, and that they can talk about the old memories and talk about and remember the times when they played in this building.
Update on Sam Godwin.
He'll be today was his last day. He'll be ready to go tomorrow.
And you mentioned yesterday you were afraid about maybe running into the refs. How was it navigating that?
Man, it was It was good. They did an outstanding job avoiding us. That was a hard game for the officials running the sideline because we had nowhere to stand. So that was they did a great job of that. So I didn't take a charge, thankfully.
Jalen Moore, I think his 19 points is a career high. I think his 8 rebounds is one off. Just, did you expect that from him, and what about it?
Energy. He gets his athleticism into the game. He plays with tremendous enthusiasm and energy, and he impacts the game, rebounding, blocking shots. It's contagious with him. You know, I think you start getting some guys. Ortega is feeding off that energy. I think Ortega's playing with a lot of energy. Waldo and Latre come in, Los and Javion. So I think we got. I just think he's. I think people just get excited with him because his athleticism gets in the game.
Okay, go back to Barry.
You know, probably 8-10 years ago, I can't remember, Lon played a game, I think it was New Year's Eve day game. Here, we talk about making memories for the old players. It also made memories for old timers like me who came to games here when I was a kid. You thought about when the students are gone, playing a game here, and appealing to the old fans and think, hey, this would be cool to come back to this field.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I'll talk to the administration, but I do think so, especially during this Christmas break when the students are gone, and it's not as the key though is you have to have an opponent agree to it. And I know no Big 12 opponent will agree to it. That's the thing is you got to get them to agree to it. But it's not a bad idea because this year the Big 12 schedule moved. And we have two other. It's too late now, but we have 2 other teams coming in right after Christmas. But in the future, I don't even know what the SEC schedule is. But like, it might be an idea over Christmas break when the students aren't here to have an atmosphere. Not a bad idea, Barry.
Just wanted to ask you about John getting the stars name of Sam Adams.
You know, I thought John, I said this, I think, when we got John. When teams switch 1 through 5, you know, we didn't make them pay last year. We dumped it down to John a bunch when they switched 1 through 5. And he's just a wide body. He's a hard guy to get around. And, you know, he got a couple fouls early, but he's a different threat because if you post him up, he carves out space in there. He's, you know, just got to continue to get him with the pace going. But, man, he was rebounding. I was really pleased with some of the thoughts. Did he have a double-double in 19 minutes? Yes. It's hard to be critical. You know, they were athletic. They were doing some things trying to drive us. But I love John down there. I think he's really been, and he's expanded his range. I know he missed one today, but I totally have confidence in him shooting it. But they were switching 1 through 5, and we made him pay, and it was because of John.
Thanks.